What's up, guys, and welcome back to Forge Core Gaming. I'm your host, Phoenix, and today I wanted to put together a quick guide on how to solo farm the Geist armor sets from the new Onyx facilities. Before we get started, I'd like to ask that you hit that subscribe button if you enjoy Star Citizen content, and as always, hit that like button so we can push these videos out to more and more citizens across the verse. No need for a preamble today, let's just hop into it. Alright, I'm just going to assume that you already know how to get to the Onyx facilities and you already know how to get down to engineering. We're just gonna go ahead and get into this, and I'm giving you all the footage from my runs, by the way, so you don't miss anything. So start off, we take out those two NPCs, and those should be the only two enemies. Sometimes extra guys spawn out of the elevator at the top of the stairs, but after we take them out, we just run straight past them, jump this little gap, and we're gonna hang a right on these stairs here. And then we have to go up to the center area and take another right. Now, these guys don't normally come out of the room like this. They're usually up in the next room. I'm not sure why they flooded out here this way. But just take them out if they do. If not, you're going to have a little fight at the next doorway, which is a lot easier than the situation I just dealt with. But that wasn't so bad. I do recommend bringing something like an FS9 because the ammo count, a P4 just runs out of ammo too quickly, and other guns, they just, in my opinion, they don't get the job done as easily. There's going to be a guy at the top of the stairs here on the left-hand side, and right around the corner, this guy, no matter what I do, I seem to get hit by them. I don't know what's going on. Right in this elevator, there's always a couple of guys, sometimes three, most of the time just two. Take them out, keep moving. And guys, if I'm moving fast, it's because I do a lot of these runs and I just want to power through them. So I'm not going to be killing everybody. I'm not going to be super thorough about taking all the enemies down. I'm going to be skipping a lot of them, or as many as possible. Now, I'm going to wait right here for just a little bit because I'm waiting to hear the sounds from the reactor. And just so you know what I'm talking about, I'm going to go ahead and turn up the volume here. Once you hear that loud bang, you're pretty much good to go. I did take some rad damage there. Not an issue though, my suit will regenerate. 3 worms always spawn here. Once you take them out, you can just move forward. That third worm usually does hit me, which is why I pulled out my mag gun there. And once we get to this wall, we're going to want to wait again for the pulses from the reactor. And you'll be able to see the visuals of what I'm talking about. That wave right there. We wait a little bit for the aftershock to pass, and then we can go ahead and move up. Hop on this box. And then up on this ledge. And then we can just jump down. And get ready for another fight in the next room. So we're reloading. The path of these guys always seems to change. CIG did mention that the AI has improved. I would say that's pretty accurate. It's gotten better. It's not good by any stretch, but it's gotten better. So you can generally still outsmart NPCs fairly easily. And in moments of quiet, I always repull my ammo instead of reloading it so that I always have mags on my person and I'm not taking away from those fast access ones. And I did just see the pulse there, so I know I have about 30 seconds to get across here. And just a little parkour jump. Hop up on this ledge and continue on. And then we're going to have to call the elevator that will get us down to the power core. Well, it's already here, but we have to open the door. And then we'll take the elevator ride. I'm just getting my sniper rifle ready because there's a lot of long distance enemies in this next area, and the FS9 just doesn't do the job as well in a lot of cases. So these new sniper rifles from Volt are really good for this job, actually. Once again, you see this reactor right here. We're gonna wait for this to pulse, or not. It's still building up, and I have time. You can go ahead and jump off that ledge, and then you can use your tractor beam to anchor you to where you want to go, and start taking these guys out. There are 3 of these people in radiation suits per platform that we're gonna go to. And so you have to take them out, take some of them out ahead of time. And I like to do that while I'm waiting for the radiation pulses. And if you're new to this room, if this is something you've never seen before, it's technically 0G except on the platforms. So each platform alternates in its orientation. So the next platform is upside down relative to this one. So the guys are going to be upside down, which is why I'm aiming all the way up there. And this is what I mean. The sniper rifle is going to come in handy. Now, you are very exposed in this situation. So if I back up too much, the people on the platform previous to me or to the right of where I entered will have an opportunity to shoot at me. So I want to go ahead and move up to this next shelter point once it's safe to do so. And sometimes it's easier to just get on the same platform as the enemies that you're trying to take out because they do take cover quite a lot. And always have your med gun prepared because you do take a lot of hits in here. And I just ran by that guy on accident, so take him out. And see if I can get shots on the next platform. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see the guys hiding, but I still shoot at things just in case. And that's 3, and we're going to wait for this core to pulse. Wait a second or two, and now it's safe. Just in case you do need extra sniper ammo, those little racks right there have them. And that door across the way there is where we're going. That's where the armor is going to be stored, but I want to take these guys out because I'm going to have to float across quite a distance. I don't want to just give them free reign on shooting at me while I'm floating through the void. I want at least 2 of them down. But I'm going to wait for the pulse, so I might as well try and take these guys out. Sorry, that platform looks like it had 4. I might have miscounted. Just a heads up, guys. I do all of my speed runs in 3 pieces of light and a heavy core so that I can wear a heavy backpack. But I do like the light pieces so I can move a bit faster. I'm just shaving time off here because I have to do dozens and dozens of runs to get the pieces that I want, particularly those ASD pieces. Anyways, in this room, you're going to find 2 orange boxes. And if your backpack is empty enough, I like to keep it around like 25 to 30%. You can fit 3 core pieces in there, 3 of these light core pieces. The final box is going to be out here in the hallway. Just slap that in there. And then we'll make our way over to the elevator. And we are sort of in the clear here. We're still not in armistice, so players could technically sit here and wait. I don't know why they would, but just be on guard until you're in actual armistice. We'll go to the lobby. In case you haven't made it this far, this is the lobby. We are in armistice, but you have to come over to this little bridge here and jump down just in case, this doesn't look familiar. And then just to the left of this, we do have a working medical facility. You cannot set your spawn point here, but you can heal up injuries, and I always do that in between runs if I have an injury. And so go ahead and take care of those injuries I got. And generally at this point, I'll head down to my hangar to store the gear that I just loaded into my backpack, so I have room for the next run in the research wing. And guys, I don't know if you've been keeping track, but that was just under 10 minutes for me to get in and out of there. Let's go ahead and move on to the research wing. To get down to the actual research area, we have to go down this broken elevator shaft. Smart idea to keep your guns loaded as you're going down here, because right through this door, there are often enemies, and they're aiming right at the door. And somebody left an explosive container here, and I don't trust these things. They do blow up if you shoot them. So once I have a free chance here, I'm just going to get that out of the elevator shaft and deal with it. Pre-detonate rather than let somebody else shoot it and kill me. All right. Now that those guys are clear, we're going to want to hang it right outside the elevator shaft and head towards this broken section of the walkway. Now, guys aren't usually down here, but they were for some reason this time. Having a whole bunch of luck like that this run through. Heal up every time you have a chance. And we can ignore everybody else in that room. Then we get to this little, I don't even know what to call this. It's just, it looks like it should be an elevator shaft, but we're going to jump down one level here and then heal up. And then we're going to jump down one more level. There are often dogs down here as soon as I get down here, but looks like not this time. Anyways, we're going to head out of this room. And right around the corner is our first box in this little server room. And here are the dogs. Oh, my gun decided to aim up for some reason. Now, if you start getting a lot of dogs, I would recommend getting out of this room and heading back to the room that we jumped down in, so we have more room to just move around in. And just kite. They're not terribly fast. You can out sprint them or even outrun them if you're just running forward and you need to reload. So this room is really easy to do that in. Now I'm having a bit of an inventory bug right now, where it's not reading how much ammo I have in my backpack. Not the end of the world. It does this all the time. It happens sometimes when you add things to your backpack, like from loot boxes. Now we're going to the center room. We're going to hang an immediate right. We can just ignore that guy. There's a box right there. I'm not going to touch that right now, but in case you want to loot it, there's a backpack in there every time. Missed a box here. Nab that helmet. And we'll start heading upstairs. Oh. Guys, I have to apologize. I was playing Apex earlier and I just hit that escape key. My hotkeys change from game to game. So, yeah, my fingers got a little confused. That's Frank sleeping on the job. And forewarning, I often get lost on this level or turned around a little bit. So you're going to see me going in a couple rooms a couple of times. And you could probably shave off some time here if you actually just took the time to learn the route. I, unfortunately, have not done that yet. But there's 3 boxes in this big lab room, all with legs. All right. our way out of here. And I believe there should be one more box on this side of this floor. Or not. No, I don't think there is. I think they're all on the other side. So just for reference, this is the center of the facility. And take it right in here. We have our first box on this side of it. Arm pieces. Nice. And I'm certainly lost. I know what the rooms look like when I get in them. But right here in the locker room, there's a little box, another arm piece. Oh, parkour fail. And you can tell I'm turning around. I've probably been in that room once or twice already. I'm looking for a very specific room now. Well, where there's a blocked doorway, a halfway blocked doorway that leads to a staircase. Periodically, you'll get extra dogs. Sometimes you'll get dogs that disappear. What is that? Okay. It's actually never happened to me before. I say sometimes. That is the only time that has ever happened to me. Definitely been in here before. Here's the doorway. And we're going to head downstairs. We're on the opposite side of the building or area than when we came up. So there's going to be another box down here that we're going to check. There are also often dogs in this room, so just be ready to fight. Looks like none this time. All right, we're almost ready to leave. The cadence of things here, or the sequence of things here, is important. The only exit from this room is this giant red elevator in the middle. Okay, and I know I just walked past an orange box there. We're going to call that elevator. It takes about a minute to come down, maybe a little bit more. Then we're going to come up here to the side because lots of enemies are going to come out as a result of me hitting that button. All right, and we want to take out some of them because they actually fight each other. But those people on the side, if we don't take them out, then they're going to be shooting across the center as we try and load into the elevator. And there's a dog right behind me. Okay, take those out. And some guys are going to be pouring in. Not many. They're actually busy fighting each other out there. So this is good news for me. Gives me time to deal with things. These dogs are a pain. And another one. And we're going to take that helmet. And now the elevator should be down at the bottom. I'm just going to verify really quick by tapping this button, seeing if the door opens. Yep, elevator's here, but I don't want to leave this box. This is a backpack box. And you can only carry one backpack as one person because it can't fit in your backpack. So you have to physically carry it. Say physically carry it. You have to physically carry it once you get into arm assist because you can't use your tractor beam. So I'm going to tractor beam this into the elevator really quick. I'm going to push sub-level 1, the top button. And then I'm going to carry this backpack the rest of the way. And that is research facility, guys. It's really as easy as that. Again, you can do this in under 10 minutes each side. So 20 minutes total for an entire ASD Onyx facility. And you can start racking up a lot of armor. Okay. Now it's not selling for much on UEX right now because the market's flooded. It was the first couple of days, but not anymore. But even still, if you have org mates that want some of this Geist gear and you don't need all of it, obviously, then you can give to them or you can sell to players in the verse, whatever you want to do, or you can just stock up, like I'm not your dad, do what you want. Um, yeah, guys, let me know if you enjoyed this video or if you're having any luck finding the special ASD versions of the Geist armor. I personally haven't found any. I have over, I think, 70 pieces at this point. I haven't found any of the ASD version yet. Really looking for that. Um, really looking to earn that. Really, I'm not looking to buy it or anything. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff out there to be earned right now or found in the Onyx facilities. So let me know if you like this video and you appreciate this type of content. Happy to make more for you. But other than that, as always, thank you all very much for watching. Fly safe out there, and I'll see you in the verse. Phoenix out.